Welcome back, guys. Today I wanted to give you some feedback on the HAYES Dominion brakes I've been running. So I've got the front and rear here, and I've had them on my 17 Bronson for, I'd say, maybe 2 months now. These HAYES Dominions so far are just amazing. Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit more when we get on the trail and give you some feedback on that. So the biggest thing about these HAYES Dominions, and these are the A4s, so they're the 4-piston front and rear calipers, are the braking power. The braking power on them is really, really good. There's no denying that. But even more so than that, and the biggest benefit, is the modulation of the trigger. Now, compared to some other brakes, it's going to take you 2 fingers to lock them up, but these HAYES Dominions can be done with just 1 finger. And that's really the biggest highlight about these brakes. You know, it's pretty much, you can have full lockup on demand, but even so, there's really good modulation feel. So the levers themselves are not like an on-off switch. They still have that modulation in mind, so you can give a very precise braking pressure and you know, not skid out anywhere unexpected. Now, it does take a little bit of time to get used to them, but once you get past that initial period and you're in tune with the brakes, then they become a real treat to use, and not something that's giving you continuous head pump or wearing you out unnecessarily. Wearing you out, that's or wearing you out to the point where, you know, if you're on a long ride or something like that, it's not going to completely tire out your hands or your fingers. So that's one of the things, one of the many things I've enjoyed about these brakes so far. I bought them off Amazon, and they came with 2 sets of pads. So you have the normal pads that are resin, and then you have another set of pads that are the sintered. So, you know, they're like a semi-metallic pad meant for more aggressive downhills or something like that. I would definitely be swapping those out if I went to a dedicated downhill park. But on my local trails, I can just be on the normal resin pads, no issue. The levers are able to be adjusted in and away from the grips, so you can bring them further in based on your adjustment, and you can set them up whatever's comfortable for you. Morning.
Good, how are you?
Good. So some of the downsides, there aren't too many, but the pads do rattle a little bit with the 4 pots, so they can be a little rattly. However, I've not noticed it enough to be annoying to me. I've heard other people complain about it. To each his own, but you know, they can rattle a little bit against the caliper pin that holds the brake pads in. 10%. Oh, yo, pretty muddy. Yo. One good, really good thing about these brakes is when you have an oh crap moment and you need to feather the brakes, modulate them, you can really get yourself out of trouble. Like, I've been in a few instances now where I didn't know what was around the other turn, and then I've had to rely on the braking power to stop me. Once I've learned the modulation of these brakes, it's really paid off to have that stopping power with such ease at your fingertips. Thank you. One more behind. So the final conclusion of these brakes, if you're looking for something with really good stopping power and feather light finger stroke, these are definitely a good brake to check out. They are on the steep side, however, but you can get past that. You're looking at some really solid brakes.
I almost feel like if I follow you, I hit it.
Yeah. All right, this is Brad's second attempt on trying to pump the lip.
Boo double, rolling.
Yeah, man. Get it. Ugh. Ah.